You know, on the topic of, like, wild theories, here's my wild theory for this game, okay? It's like, Danganronpa 2, I actually kind of hit the nail on the head, I think, pretty early of, like, oh, it's actually just a game, or simulation, or something. This game, if it has a similar sort of twist, here's my theory. My theory is, we aren't actually the Ultimates at all. My evidence for that is the opening of the game where we conspicuously did not have any recollection of, like, our abilities or anything. And because it's a weird thing to put in, narratively speaking. Right? That there's a weird little diversion. So I almost wonder if we're just, like, 16 random kids that got, like, the memories and personalities of the 16 actual Ultimates, like, uploaded into us or something. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Because otherwise, the opening of this game is really weird if there's not some twist kind of like that going on. Anyways, that's strange. There are fewer plants around here. Some places are being renovated as well. They did say it was under construction, so as construction is still ongoing. But where exactly is this academy built anyway? No one has come to save us. It must be someplace remote. But where could you build a complex this large in secret? Does that say casino? Why do we have a casino? We don't even have, like, an Ultimate Lucky Student or Gambler. The other thing that's bothering me, though, is the road signs on the main menu have not been explained. Like, I feel like that's got to be an intentional UI decision that reflects something in the game. But I have no idea what at this point, because, like, we're clearly not on a road trip. And, like, granted, I suppose because the Danganronpa 2, like, part of the theory for that was like, oh, the menu is like 8-bit and stuff. Why is that all of a sudden a thing? And it kind of tied into that. And the thing is, like, if the twist can't just be, like, at the very end, like, oh, we were on a road trip the whole time. Like, that's not a twist that actually works in the same way we were in a simulation the whole time works. So, like, I don't know. That's still a hang-up for me. Maybe it was just an aesthetic choice, but generally, the decisions in these games are way too deliberate for that to just be some random thing they just threw in there on a lark.
Got it.
Oh, Shuichi, have you solved the mystery of the junk yet?
I mean...
That weird projection there. I've got a feeling you can use that one thing with it. Well, I've got no idea how, though.
But you know...
But my hunches are usually right. Let's give it a try. I mean, probably the crank. This is probably going to be our martial artist, I imagine? Could be wrong. It has, like, a sort of military feel to me. I guess they might not all be Ultimate Labs. Casino. Yeah, again, we don't have an Ultimate Lucky Student or Gambler, so why do we have a casino? It's weird. It's pretty nice, though. I saw some art the other day. Happened to cross some of, it was hilarious. It was like a group thing of, like, some Danganronpa characters, but they had, like, I think it was, like, the principal, so, like, Kyoko's dad playing against, I think, like, Celeste, Nagito, and, Makoto in, I think, like, Mahjong or something. And I was like, oh no, poor guy. That's, like, the worst set of people to be up against in a luck-based game. A love suite. Alright, rest $25, 2 guests, 2 hours. Is this, wait, why is this here? What is this building? I'm not sure I like the implication. Sheesh. And I mean, look at they're ripping you off with the rest option. I mean, 2 hours for $25 when you could just get the whole night for 45? Sheesh. And I know, like, you get, like, value if you go for, like, the value pack and you buy in bulk, but, like, that's a ripoff. Well, I suppose the business model with that sort of facility is that, well, the most important thing happens within 2 hours, so just buy that. Anyways, what is this place? Is this like a casino?
Rise and shine or sign. Why, hello, bear.
Hi. This place is not like a casino. It is a casino.
Okay.
Yeah, this place is a casino. You can earn lots of mana coins and exchange them for fabulous prizes.
Woohoo!
Yep, you sure can. What? That was wonderfully amateurish, Monodam. It had a flavor not even Father could match.
That's right.
In a sense, you've surpassed Daddy.
Okay.
Which makes you a grandpa, Monodam. Grandpa, Monodam.
So long, farewell.
A casino. Why is a casino in a place like this? Welcome! At the casino, you can use special casino coins to play various games. You can exchange mana coins for coins at the cashier. Once you exchange them, they can't be exchanged back, so know what you're doing. By now, you should be able to see how many coins you have. The coins you've saved up can be exchanged for fabulous prizes at the prize exchange counter. We're always getting new prizes in, so look forward to that. There are games for you to try in the basement. Go ahead. Let's play. I don't know. I mean, the last time I tried gambling on stream, it didn't really go well. Let's take a look at our exchange counter. Okay, so these are like items. They cost 1,000? Book of the Blackened. A book of criminal offenses that contains records of the cruelest, most atrocious murders committed by humans. Any of these cases weren't released to the public. Interesting. It's like it might be one of us, so I refuse to stay with you guys. I'm gonna go hide in my room. Or survival flag. The chance of this succeeding is only 5%. No one has ever made it out alive before. This is my last chance to survive. Is there self-aware? Key of love. A key to a certain place filled with greed and lust. You can give it away, but something good might happen if you keep it. I'm gonna assume that's the key to the hotel across the way. Not sure if I like, legally can get that. Got notebooks? Skills? Kind of overwhelmed by everything going on here, honestly. Okay, so that's that. Then we got the exchange counter. Okay, so I can exchange mana coins, casino coins at a 1 to 10 rate. Okay, I mean, that's interesting. I guess I can grab a few. It's just a little bit of, just a touch of casino coins, you know, just a little bit. I probably don't want to put my entire net worth into casino coins. Okay, I guess we can check out the game just a little bit. Okay, well, let's think about this. We probably don't want to play slots. Like, what do you think of this, Kaito?
Got it.
Oh, look, Shuichi. Kaito shouted and pointed at a treasure of coins in the front of him. Oh, where did you get that mountain of coins?
Huh?
I hit the jackpot. I got this much from just one coin.
Huh?
All this from just one coin. That's incredible. Haha, just a regular day for the luminary of the stars. My intuition usually leads me to victory. Nice work, Maverick. That's some uncanny luck you got there. We totally didn't rig the games in your favor just so you would go tell everyone about your amazing winnings and get them all to come to the casino and waste their money. Of course we wouldn't do something like that.
Whoa!
Whoa, don't just jump out like that. My bad, I was lured here by your lucky streak. Nice haul you got there. You could cash in those coins for something really splendid. Or what if you were to theoretically, I don't know, maybe gamble your winnings and then make even more money? What character is he playing?
Well.
They're only good here, though. But if you earn more, you could reach the best treasure in this place. After hearing that, there's no going back for me.
Huh?
But you could trade in what you already have right now.
Come on, man.
What are you saying? If I don't meet his challenge, I'm not a true man. Besides, there's no way my intuition as luminary of the stars can be wrong.
That's nice.
That's it, Maverick. You demand. And thus began the sad tale of Kaito's downfall.
What?
Ah, damn, not again.
Well.
What's wrong, Maverick? You're down to half your coins. Wouldn't it be best to walk away now?
Shut up!
Hey, just have. I'm gonna get everything back. Just you watch me. Kaito inserted one coin after another, but a win never came.
Damn.
This is my last coin.
Let's go!
This is where I'm gonna have my dramatic comeback. Just you watch. Kaito slid his last coin into the slot and, with a determined stare, pulled the lever. Right here! I take it didn't go well.
Too bad.
Too bad, your intuition was totally wrong, Kaito. Man, I'm glad I built this casino. Watching suckers lose everything is hilarious. Damn it, I was set up! If only I'd stopped when I was ahead. You do hear that a lot from people who have gambled away everything. They think they can win just a little bit more and end up destroying themselves.
Don't screw around.
I'm gonna quit gambling forever, but you can bet on that. That is also typically what those people say. Okay, well, what do we got here? Casino strategy. You don't go to slots. Slots have, like, no skill involved. You're just giving your money away. And fishing is at least a skill-based game, right? Kinda? They hunted the treasure hunt? What? Or they closed it? Looks like I can't play this right now. That must mean it's the best game. An Outlaw Run, a racing game. Like, that can't be luck-based. It looks like I can't play this game. Okay, fine. What about fishing? Salmon fishing. It's a game where you fish for salmon. Maybe I'll try this one. Let's read the rules first. Salmon fishing, salmon night. On this night, the salmon come left and right. Use your Monokuma eye to find them. Fish for the color Monokuma desires. In Monodam, a bonus, but beware the mines? Why did they word them so confusingly? That is quite the poetic explanation. Would you like to play this? Sure. I guess we can do it kind. Bet 21 on it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, is it? It's just the, It's that one, it's just the game. It's that one game from the trial. Red. Red, blue, green. Green is right here. Blue is right here. Red, green. I don't know where blue is. That's a red. That's a green. More greens. Green right there. There you go. Red, I think. Yep, okay. Blue. Red. Hello? That's a blue, that's a green. Hello? Hello? Yeah, that's also a green. Blue. Blue, red, red. Red. There's a green up here. You're a blue. You're a red. You're a green. Okay, we need greens. That's a green. That's a green. Blue. Green, red. Red. Blue. Red. Green. Hello. Verde. Red. Oh, I almost got the monodam. And I think we did well there, right? S rank, 2000. So we bet 21 and we won 63. So we tripled our money. Okay. Easy. That's a game of pure skill right there. I bet the harder the difficulty, probably the more. And we could probably bet. What if we bet 99 on this? Let's go for it. You can't beat me. Okay, we got red. This is a green. All right, we need blue though. That's a blue. That's a green. Hello, green. Blue. That's worrying. Okay, blue. That's a green. That's a red. Give me red. Give me green. Blue. Red, red, blue. We need green, which is here. Hello. Red. This is a blue. Red. Hello. Red. That's a green. We need blue, which is you. And then maybe we'll get a red. No, we need a green. Green, hello. That's a red. Another red. I think this is red. Green. This is guy's a red. We need a blue though, which is fine because you're a blue. You're a red. Another blue. That's a blue. Green. Oh, that's a red. Dang. Red. Green. Blue. Oh, that's easy. Red, green, blue. Blue, hello. Green. Hello. Green, this is a red over here. Hello. Red. We got a blue. Green. Okay. Not as good of a score, I don't think. And this just seems like free money. Maybe I'm just amazing at fishing, but... like, you can't lose. It's impossible to lose. Like, it's a free triple your money button. We got a red, we got a blue over here. I don't know where the green is offhand. That's a green. This is a blue. Red. Hello, my friend. This is a green over here, but we need blue. That's fine. You're a blue. You're a green. Hello. Red. Red. We got a green over here. That's a blue. Right there. Red. Hello. We got a green over here. Blue. Give me a green. Verde. Okay. Well, this guy's red. Azul. Blue, hello. And this is too easy. We got a green, we got a red. Hola. You want blue. That's a blue. This is a green, this is a red. There you go. Green, red, blue, green. Red, hello. Blue, hello. Green, yep. Blue, red, green over here. We got a green, there you go. Okay, this guy's a red. That's a bomb. Okay. Bombs kind of look like salmon if you look at it in the wrong light, in a certain sense. Okay. And there you go. Tripled our money again. I wish I could bet more at a time. Why is the maximum bet 99? Let me bet 999 on this. Okay, well that's enough fishing. Now I don't think slots is the way to make money, but like, I guess we can at least like put one in. Mono on a slot. It looks like a slot machine game. Maybe I'll try this one. Alright. Let's read the rules. How to win at slots. Insert as many coins as you'd like, then spin the slots. You have a 100% chance of winning if you never stop. Spin, spin, spin forever. Well, that was nonsense. Right, we'll put a little bit into the slots. I can't just let that kind of mode be too efficient. Well, yeah, I guess, in a certain sense, but... we're not going to max bet on the slots. Let's not be insane. We're betting... okay, hold on. So you bet 1 coin... okay, I guess we're max betting on the slots. So I guess we got 7 coins on this. Oh, we got actually more than doubled our money. And that took like 1 second. Okay, maybe there's something to this. Okay. And because if you have every single thing on, like, odds are you're going to get something. Except when you don't get anything, of course. Okay, alright. 7 for 20. That's like a tripling our money. We'll just keep going until we lose. Especially once you're already ahead and you're only betting 7 at a time. This is a perfect gambling strategy. We got nothing. Okay, we lost. We're out. Never touching the slots again. Okay. So back to the counter. So we own none of these. They cost a lot. So let me just go over this, because I think what we want to do here, we might want to eventually buy all these by the end of the game, but the ones we probably want to buy first are any things that say like, oh, if you have this, something might happen, because who the heck knows when that random event is actually going to come up. So I think that is our goal. We will fish until we can buy everything that could trigger an event, that we don't miss out on content, and then we'll move on with our life. Okay, so this is a bangle. It's made out of common crystal glass. It's sparkling, draws attention. Not going to trigger an event. These are the Ultimate Academy bracelets. A handcuff bracelet with the crest of the Ultimate Academy emblazoned on it. It's a symbol of friendship, even in the face of death and despair. Not an event, though. This is a popular Japanese summer clothes, colored black and white, like Monokuma. It's easy to move around and breathes well. The Ladybug brooch is a cute and fashionable brooch that resembles a 7-spotted ladybug. Despite how realistic it looks, it is not alive. Sad. Dog tags. A dog tag used to identify soldiers. The same profile is engraved on 2 plates so that if the owner is killed, one is collected to report the death. It's kind of morbid. So these are cases not released to the public. No events though. Stainless tray. A circular silver tray that shines like a mirror. It is befitting of a maid. A standard tennis ball 4-pack set. Not only is it used for tennis, but it is also used for massages and weight loss exercise. Teddy bear. A typical stuffed toy bear that's not black and white. If you love it enough, then it might come to life one day. A prop carrying case. A case in high demand by cosplayers for its usability. Not only is it useful for conventions, but it's great for trips too. I'm realizing a lot of these are like extremely obvious gifts, right? It's like the tennis ball would be for the tennis player. The tray is for the maid. So I guess that's another use. Like if I really want to like befriend someone, then like I can talk to them and come here and know for certain I'm getting like a decent gift for them. Proxy lingual device. A tool that can translate any language, even animal sounds. It can pick up a dog's bark and eloquently describe the emotions in it with an electronic voice. A gourd insect trap. An opaque gourd-shaped insect keeper, used for keeping bugs to listen to the noise they make. A clock-shaped game console. A pocket watch-shaped game console with a monochrome LCD and several buttons. Play a game called Factory and mash buttons to create more bears. Like, I know who you could be a gift for, but they're not in this game, so now I'm confused. Art piece of spring. An ornament that looks like a urinal. The more you look at it, the more you start to question what art really is. 46 moves of the killing game. A card game with Japanese characters that relate to killing games. Some cards are a metal bat kills demons. Blackened are soaked in blood, and certain evidence over arguments. That'd be interesting, a Danganronpa card game. We already talked about the death and survival flags. Dangan Werewolf. A party game of hope and despair. Draw cards and become the characters to start deducing and debating, now on sale. I guess, yeah. Werewolf Mafia and stuff is kind of already sort of a Danganronpa card game. Key of Love. Key to a certain place filled with greed and lust. You can keep it or give it away. But something... Okay, this is... something good might happen if you have it. Does it seriously cost 10,000? Why is it so much more expensive than everything else? Sheesh. $10,000 for that. I mean, I guess we're already at 1,000. But like, so how many times do we need to play the fishing game? You can like get basically 200 in profit, so we gotta play that. How? Maybe the slots is the way. At least the slots is fast. Because, like, if there's an event tied to that, I like having access to the events. It's like, what is the odds here? I guess you're wanting to get 5 in a row out of 4 possible options, right? And you have 7 chances. It's like the odds of any given set of 5 would be... Let's think about the odds of this, because I want to know what the expected value here is. Although we don't know what the reward is, necessarily. And also, there's probably, like, smaller things, too. Okay, so, yeah, we lost again.
It's getting interesting.
And then I guess wild is wild. But you maybe get more if you get it without wild? I don't know, the odds don't seem that bad on this game. They might be kind of bad, though. What does that even mean? Bonus game? 5 bonus games? Okay. Now there's 7s on the board? Okay. Yeah, guys, I'm starting to think this slot machine might have a positive expected value. In which case, I'm not sure this casino makes money. Oh, nothing? And still getting to 10,000 is gonna take a while. Like, is 16 the actual jackpot here? Because if 16 is the jackpot, like, this sucks. Okay, I stand corrected. The slot machine is a little better than I had been saying. Not even sure what triggered that, but okay. So, how you guys doing? Nice day? Yeah, I was thinking about the, some conspiracy theories the other day. I thought, like, maybe it could be a fun, like, tier list stream or something to, like, do, like, ooh, tier list of the conspiracy theories. And then I realized, wait a minute. A bunch of those, like, way too charged topics. Like, yeah, we can all, like, laugh together at, like, the flat earthers or whatever, but then we get into, like, more, like, things that are actually, like, debated, and then it's like, do I really want to be ranking that? Okay, I feel like they changed the odds on this machine. Anyways, I love though the conspiracy theories of like, there's this whole genre of conspiracy theories that like, ooh, ancient people didn't actually build their monuments. It was aliens. Which like no. The hilarious thing, like sometimes they point to like, ooh, but the math is like perfect, where like it has this crazy shadow on the equinox, and it's like, yeah. I mean, you can do a bunch of math to figure that out, but also you can just like stand where you're gonna build it on the equinox and just look at where the shadow falls. It's like that sort of stuff isn't all that compelling to me. But the other thing that I find hilarious regarding the like ancient people didn't build that conspiracy theories is like the most popular one is the ancient Egyptians didn't build the pyramids. It was aliens. And it's like okay, not to downplay like the impressiveness and scale of the pyramids of Giza, but like, it's worth noting, of all of the structures to build, a pyramid is by far the easiest one. Right? Like, a pyramid is the most stable, simple structure to build. Like, it's the sort of structure that toddlers accidentally build if you give them some blocks. And again, not to downplay the accomplishments of the Egyptians, again, the impressive thing about the pyramids is the scale of them. But like they're not a particularly sophisticated type of construction. It's just you stack things, and then you stack things on top of the things in slightly smaller, and then like. That's true. Also, why the Egyptians specifically? There were so many pyramids out of the world. True. In fact, like a lot of the pyramids that were like, there are a lot of pyramids around the world that are like more architecturally impressive than the pyramids that are in Egypt, right? Like why does no one ever say like, ooh, aliens built the ziggurats? Like, I mean, ziggurats, to me, that seems like a way more impressive type of building structure, just based on how it's like shaped and stuff. And besides, too, if we know anything about complex societies based on our own, then you know for certain that if there was an ancient, like, alien civilization that was helping build a bunch of monuments, you shouldn't be looking for the ones that lasted. You should look for the ones that collapsed, right? Aren't complex societies all about their planned obsolescence? So in short, though, like, I don't want the theory that ancient aliens built the pyramids. I want ancient aliens built the Hanging Gardens. Because that seems like it's actually kind of more interesting. And also, planned obsolescence. Those don't exist anymore. An advanced society does not build things to last, as we know.
It's getting interesting.
There's got to be a more efficient way to do this. And I'm glad that the slots have a positive expected value, but like, I don't know. And like, honestly, if there was a higher bet version of the slots, I don't think I'd play it, because like I would not bet like 100 at a time, because then you would actually probably get on a losing streak and lose everything. But I mean, what do you think? I mean, that was a pretty good one. Okay, so you get the jackpot if you had one of each in a row. Or diagonal. Like, so we're almost a fifth of the way there. Okay, actually, Chad, we should run a timer, because there's a really easy way to figure out if the slots is more efficient than the fishing. Which is, fishing takes, what, like a minute? But it gives us a profit of 200 every time. The slots takes much less time, but what I'm curious about is, like, the time between jackpots, because that gives us 200. Wait, and why am I on the slots? The rare jackpot gives us 200. But fishing gives us 200 every single time. I guess the difference is I can actually like, talk during the slots, so it maybe is a better stream. And it's easier, but... It does feel wrong, though, to be playing slots with positive expected value. Like, what the heck? It almost betrays the very concept of slots. I bet the 7s, though, might be like the real jackpots. Kind of sad for Monokid, right? He's on these slots. He's dead before you even reach him, though. Guaranteed. That's rough. And we're not 2,000. Slots are objectively the worst way to make money in a real casino. Yeah. Although I will say, like, people like to... And I'm not advocating for gambling. I think gambling is, in general, you know, a waste of money. Kind of what it's made to be. But... I will say, I understand the... There is a legitimate purpose to the types of gamblings where it's super low odds, super high, like, reward potential, right? So, like, people say, like, oh, the lottery is, like, literally just a tax on the poor. And, like, yeah, mostly. But simultaneously... And again, I'm not advocating you should play the lottery. I do think it's generally a... Like, the expected value is terrible. But the expected value doesn't tell you the whole picture, right? Because if you are, like... Or I guess let me put it this way. The amount of money you can potentially win in the lottery is, like, so much more than the average lottery player would make over the course of their entire life. Right, so I do think there is some sort of argument to be made of, like, well... Putting, like, $1 in, and, you know, it's terrible odds, but... You increase the... Not the variability, but the, Like, basically what I'm saying is the lottery gives a chance to people to achieve an amount of wealth that is otherwise literally impossible for them to achieve over the course of their life. And not literally, necessarily, but... Sure, but you also have to think of all the money lost. I agree. I don't play the lottery. But, like, if I were to gamble, I do kind of think the idea of... Let's say I had $100 given to me, and it was with the stipulation of you only get this money for the purpose of gambling with it. And I do think at that point, I might just buy $100 of lottery tickets as opposed to, like, going to the roulette table or something. Like, yeah, roulette has much better odds that you're actually going to win something. But also, if I win in roulette, I just double my money. If I win... And that, you know, when we're talking, like, $100, that's not going to really change my life. Or let me put it this way. If I'm gambling enough money on roulette that winning roulette could change my life, then I should not be gambling that much money on roulette. To be able to change your life gambling on roulette, you have to risk an amount of money that could change your life. You have to basically not run the risk of ruining your life necessarily, but... Whereas, at least with the lottery, like, you know... Like, are you gonna lose? Yeah. But, like, on the off chance I win, at least, like, that's actually, like, done something for me. Well, I guess technically probably the best type of gambling is, what those games where you can actually get an edge. Like, can't you on like blackjack in theory if you're card counting, you can actually get a slight edge in your favor. It's like obviously positive expected value is the best. But I'm not sure if it's technically gambling if there's a positive expected value. I thought the negative expected value was part of the gambling. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, like if someone were to like be playing like home poker games, that's actually that's a zero-sum game if you're just like playing poker with your friends. I think most people would still call that gambling, despite the fact that the expected value would be 0. Okay, so we're at like 3,000. I don't know, guys. Should we move to pivot to fish? I know I've been winning a decent amount here, but like, kind of dull. Like, what I'm betting here is because there's the one item that is ludicrously expensive and potentially unlocks like an event. But given the nature of that item is, I'm not even sure if I can show that event on Twitch, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. They love doing the little like fake outs and stuff. So because I'm betting as you like progress through the game, you probably unlock casino games that allow you to wager more money at a time and therefore accrue money faster. So that's probably what they expect you to do here. It's like, oh wow, 10,000? I'm not paying for that. Let's just wait until we get the ability to like wager 100 at a time, or you unlock the harder modes on fishing, and now you can do hard mode, and I'm sure the potential reward is probably greater in that case. But I feel like the developers of Danganronpa are mean enough to where they might just like put that sort of system in place and then also make the thing where the event for the item that costs a ridiculous amount that you'd want to wait for end up occurring before you unlock the more efficient casino games. So the one thing I've learned about Danganronpa games as I've played them is they don't like you. Anyone know what triggers these lucky things? Like that I still haven't even figured out. How long have we been playing slots? So we've gotten what, like 2,500 from slots? Like, I do wonder if we can do this faster with fishing. At least fishing is an actual game. It's the scatter icons. I see. What are the scatter icons? Oh, see, I thought the scatter and wild icons were the same thing. Shows what I know. See, the thing is, though, so this has positive expected value, so it's, like, kind of worth doing. But also, eventually, like, statistically, we're going to land the 7s, right? And if we land the 7s, I bet that's a huge payout. Like you land the 7s, that's probably like a... Well, who knows? It might only be like 1,000. Which would be annoying. Now imagine the type of person that plays this and only bets 1 coin at a time. That would be torturous. So for titles for this VOD, I'm thinking we could do like Let's Go Gambling in full caps with an exclamation mark. That's like a meme people like, right? That's a thing. Are there even 5/7s to make a full row?
My time to shine.
Like, we'll do like 3 more spins and then I'm going to go back to fishing. That seems like a good place to end there. Hey Kaita, how's your gambling going?
Damn it.
I'm gonna quit gambling forever. You can bet on that. Okay. And that's. Do the other slots are the other slots different? I'm on a slot. It looks like a slot machine game. Like it's probably the same slots, right? Yeah, this is exactly the same slots. There, immediate win. Oh wait, I could have seen what the details were. Maybe then I could see what like the best payout is. So okay, even if you match the 7s, that's only 1,000. It's so rare. Okay. Okay, back to fishing. Alright, I'm gonna have to focus on this one. Okay, we bet everything. Red. This is a green, this is a blue. Hello. Red. Hello. Blue, green, red. Green, blue, red. Nope, I thought it was gonna be a green next. Silly me. Blue. Red, we got a green over here. There's a red and a blue. Hello. And this is a blue. Green. Hello. That's a red. We need blue. That's a red. Blue, red, and green. Red, blue, green. Green. Blue. With a blue. Blue. This is a green, red. We got a blue over there. Red, green, and blue. Oh, green. Green again. Interesting. Red, that's a green, that's a blue. Hello. Red, eh? Red, that's a green. Where's my blue? That's a blue. That's a green. Red, we got a blue over here. Green, red, blue. Blue. Wait, do I want to get Monodam? Because I just saw Monodam. How goes the gambling? I mean, successful. We made like 3,500 bucks. But we're trying to get to 10,000. But we can only bet... Well, we can either play the slots or bet only like 100 at a time on this game. Red, we got blue down here. Green, just... Where's blue? Is there a way to get more than 3 times? Like, what's the goal you're trying to get to on this? Red, we got a green. That's a blue. We got a green. There's a red down here. Yeah, right there. Blue. Blue, red, green. That's a green. That's a red. Red. Blue and green down here. Blue, green, and red. Red, that's a green. I think this one's blue. Green, red, blue. Red fish, blue fish, green fish, 2 fish. We got blue over here. Rojo. That's a green. Blue, red, green. That's a green. That's a blue. Red, hello. Oh, get this guy. Blue, we got a red. We got a green down here. Okay. I'll never use the slots. That's fair. I mean, is there any like? I'm not sure what my score does in this game. I feel like I get ×3 regardless of what score I get. Okay, well, that's enough fishing for now. Right back to the slots now. All right, here we go. Like, I just wish I could wager more money at a time. This is taking a while. Man, what okay to think of me just wasting my time away here on the slots. I've been crushed by the loss. Turned to gambling. Just to try to get a key that might unlock an event at some point. It's nice that the slots have positive expected value, though, I guess. The 7s, like, literally never come up, though, which is annoying. Okay, well,
My time to shine.
and so that Nintendo Direct the other day, that was honestly kind of underwhelming. I don't really recall them announcing much that was all that interesting to me. And you know what? I mean, this might be a controversial take, but the Metroid Prime 4 trailer, I don't think it was very good. Now, I'm not saying the game is going to be bad, like, you know, the pedigree of the series and studio and whatnot, like it's probably gonna be a decent game. But I will say, if just the same trailer had played, and it was just generic space game instead of Metroid Prime 4, I don't know, I feel like it would just kind of be like, oh, okay, I guess that's a thing that's happening. I don't know, it just didn't seem all that interesting to me. Also, I think it's weird now that apparently Link and Samus both have the same, like, special abilities. They both just have telekinesis as their, like, signature move now. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here, guys? How is your fantasy series have the same primary big gameplay gimmick as your sci-fi series? That doesn't make sense. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense. I mean, sci-fi and fantasy are lumped together a lot of the time for a reason, but, like... And again, I'm not saying it's going to be poorly implemented, but like... Oh, and I just realized too, the fantasy setting has the sci-fi explanation for the telekinesis. The sci-fi setting, from what I recall in the trailer, has the fantasy explanation for the telekinesis. I think. Because like, all the Zonai stuff is technology. But the little like telekinesis thing they showed off in the Metroid Prime 4 trailer was like some sort of like weird spiritual like energy force type thing. So it's all messed up. It's all backwards. I don't know why they focus so much on scanning things. Like, that just doesn't seem like... And granted, I understand scanning was, like, always a part of the Metroid Prime games with, like... Like, of all the gameplay features, that's what you're highlighting? Scanning things?
My time to shine.
Scanning? Like, okay. Again, not to down talk the game. I haven't played it. It might be good. It's probably going to be good. I hear the series in general is good, but the trailer didn't really move the needle for me on that one, to be honest. What else happened on that? Honestly, I'm having trouble recalling what else was even announced. I know there was another farming game. There's loads of those. Like, there's too many. Like, I feel like every Nintendo Direct, they always announce, like, 3 farming games. And I'm just sitting there like, like, it's got to be like a mattress store situation. Like, some of these developers have to be like fronts for the mob or something. Like, and like, here's my justification. I feel like all the farming games are the same game. Like, they all have the same farming system. They all, for some reason, like, of all the game genres, for some reason, it's the farming games that focus a ton on, like, marrying someone and having, like, an actual wedding and stuff. Like, and occasionally some of them it's like, oh, we're the farming game, but we have goblins, too. But then there's, like, 5 games that, like, have that as their twist. And the other thing, too, that I don't get is, like, I get there's an audience for farming games. I'm not that audience. I haven't really tried them, but, like, just based on what's going on with them, I just don't really see the appeal. But I recognize there is an audience, but here's my question. No one has time to play multiple farming games, right? Like, they're like a huge time sink, aren't they? Like, doesn't a full playthrough of Stardew Valley take, like, dozens upon dozens of hours? It's like, who are we selling these games to? I guess I did try a farming game once. I played one of the Rune Factory games for like 2 hours. Didn't really hook me. Oh, and I also played a different farming game for like 2 hours. Like, I've tried. I just don't really get the appeal of the primary gameplay loop. Alright, the Tamagotchi Life announcement thing. Oh yeah, I guess that's cool. I mean, I never played the original, but I hear people had fun with that. I don't know if that'd be a good streaming game or not, though. Probably not. I think that's the game with, like, just a lot of downtime of just, like, and then you randomly check into, like, ooh, how are my Tamagotchis going? Maybe, though. I don't know. Animal Crossing should be lumped in with the farming games. That's fair. That's fair. Same vibes, I'd say. Real-time progression. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Animal Crossing, it's funny because, like, originally Animal Crossing was the Facebook farming games before the Facebook farming games existed, and now modern Animal Crossing is Facebook farming games after the Facebook farming games have become completely irrelevant. Like, I'm not, like, calling myself out as, like, ancient by referencing the Facebook farming games that were a thing in, like late 2000s, early 2010s, I want to say. Like, it, yeah. Like, we got to be talking, like, the 2000s, probably around 2010 to 12 was when the golden age of that. Well, golden, but it was, like, a whole thing, I think. I didn't really get involved. I didn't have a Facebook account at the time, but, I knew of people who did get involved. Like, I guess here's the thing I don't get about the farming games. Like, isn't the primary gameplay loop of the farm games literally just, like, setting a bunch of timers, basically, and then waiting for them to go off? Which I guess is then why a lot of them really lean into the interpersonal relationships with the NPCs. Because that at least gives you something interesting to do while you wait for your crops to grow. But, like, simultaneously. You're literally just... It's almost almost like watching paint dry, I would think. Heck, that's probably already a game. The watching paint dry game. Now that would be a stream right there. Okay. I mean, it's gotta be getting close at this. Maybe we could just, like, convert some more mana coins. Like, we're not using them for anything else, right? It's also wild to me here, these, like, like, how much more rare the 7s jackpot is in this particular slot machine compared to the, like, other, like, big jackpot numbers. It's only worth 5 times as much, but it must be, like, 100 times rare. Because we've seen the other ones quite a bit, and the 7s not at all. Granted, the human mind is generally not great at calculating odds on the fly, so maybe don't trust me on how frequently the 7s come up, especially since we have not seen them come up yet. Okay, I need a palate cleanser. We're gonna go fish for a bit. There we go. Okay, we got a green, that's a red, that's also a red. We need a blue though, which is this. Hello. We got some reds. Pair of reds. Blue, that's a red. We got greens over there. Hello. Please be green. Oh, it is green. Lovely. Chat, do you know, like, at what point... Like, what score is the score I need to triple my money here? And then I can just, like, relax. Like, it's obscenely easy to get, but... I don't know what it is. I don't know when I'm, like, in the clear. And I'm not in love with the fishing game here. I'm not, like, fishing for high scores or anything. Blue again. Red, green, blue. There should be like a perfect bonus too. Yeah, okay, score. One more time, let's go. This gambling takes a long time. Blue, you're blue. That's red, we got green down here. And this will be good practice for that one minigame in the trials, though, because it's basically the same mechanically. We need another blue. Fucking Fight Club is interesting. Alright, Rhythm Heaven. Forgot that was announced. Interesting. Yeah. I don't play rhythm games normally, but I feel like I could. Like, I don't have any problem with them or anything. Just something, just because it was sort of a happenstance thing, I haven't really gotten down with them, as it were. Okay. So we could, like, put another 150 in here just to get 1,500. Let's save at least a few mana coins. Okay. So we are nearly to 10,000. Back to the slots. And by nearly, I mean almost 3/4 of the way there. So I do wonder if this chapter is going to be as good as last chapter, because like last chapter I was very sad by, but that's kind of the point, I guess. This is gonna sound weird. I almost wish it was worse, kinda, because like I do feel like I didn't feel the emotional weight of Kaede's like death and stuff as much as I should have, because I was too distracted by just kind of the respect and awe of the manner in which they did it. Like, I was too caught up in the kind of meta, oh my goodness, that's how they, like, pulled this off sort of aspect of just being impressed by the writing and the storytelling itself. And I kind of feel like I left the realm of the story itself a bit, but yeah. Weird thing to complain about, though, I will admit.
My time to shine.
And with Rhythm Heaven, that's like a game series that's been dormant for a while, right?
It's getting interesting. It's getting interesting.
Oh, look at my streaming setup is a little more comfortable than it used to be. My air conditioning wasn't working for a bit there, which was annoying. Turns out the whole thing was like frozen. So in a certain sense, it wasn't not working, it was just working too well, too locally. But that should be resolved now, at least. So I'm not here, like, dying of overheating. I don't think I agree with you completely there, Joey, right? Like, I wouldn't say I felt nothing about Trial 1. Like, I do think... I don't think losing Kaede hit as hard as, like, the Chiaki incident, but... I mean, of all the deaths in Danganronpa, it's up there, I'd say. I just feel like I guess the way I would put it, I felt the sadness, but I was simultaneously just kind of impressed at the execution of it all, which was competing for that. So it's not necessarily that I felt less sadness, but the sadness was somewhat distracted by the respect for the execution. And not by execution, I mean just like the way they went about it, not the... Like, I'm not saying the execution of Kaede was like moving on like a... Oh, yeah, I see what you did there with the hanging. Very nice, very nice. Like, oh, that's terrible. I'd say it's probably still the best. It's probably the best chapter 1 by a pretty wide margin, honestly. So for the rest of the game, lives up to that standard of quality. And also, I do think, like, the hang-up there is, it's a me thing, right? Because due to, like, where I am kind of in my life right now, I'm kind of prone to overanalyzing stories. I think if I had been playing this game, like, a few years ago, when I wasn't necessarily as kind of prone to doing that, then it would have been more just kind of pure emotion, like, oh my goodness, they did the thing, no, Katie! But now, I've also had the like, oh, that is really interesting, the literary devices you used to pull that off. Much respect to the author. All right, let's look at this. Okay, so if we went fishing, in 2 minutes we earned 200, so we would get... We need to win fishing, what? Like 12 times? About 13? So it'd take 13 minutes, guaranteed, versus variable here with the slots. I don't know, do we just do fishing 13 times? I don't know how to fish 13 times. I do question the slots as a game design decision. Now, granted, I admit I'm probably doing this wrong. I think you're probably supposed to wait to buy the 10,000 coin item until you've unlocked more efficient gambling methods. But, like, what if? What if the event is, like, tomorrow that it's for? You gotta be ready. Because if there's one thing we've done, like, a ton in the Danganronpa games, it's missing out on special events because we didn't have the items at the time. And I'm done with it, quite frankly. I would actually see the content in these games.
My time to shine. My time to shine.
I do think there's a lot of those items labeled as such. Of like, oh, if you hold on to this, something might happen. And yeah. And there's only one in this particular shop, but in the gacha machine, there's like a ton. Not quite sure what to make of that, honestly. I do wonder if our relationship levels have reset, too. Like, probably. Because that was Kaede. Getting to know these people. And also, like, surely the start of the... Like, all the dialogues and stuff must be different when you're playing as Shuichi versus Kaede, so... It also kind of makes you wonder a bit, like, what is the protagonist in a Danganronpa game? Right, it was a simple question to answer back when, you know, we were just playing as, like, Makoto for the whole time. Or Hajime, or Kamaru. Though actually, technically, in all three of those cases, you do actually have instances where you break POV for a bit. Right, because in Danganronpa 1, there's that brief introduction in chapter, like, 4? No, not chapter 4, chapter 3, where you briefly are from Hina's perspective. Then Nagito, you get to be from his perspective in the funhouse for a bit. And then obviously the kind of one of the big gameplay things with the Ultra Despair Girls is switching between Kamaru and Toko. So I guess, yeah, technically every single Danganronpa game has had at least 2 POV characters. I guess it just feels more prominent this time because of, well, how it all went down. Okay, so now we would need to win fishing 11 times. This is so slow. And where was I going with that? Like, I don't know, it just seems weird to me of like, and okay, actually, come to think of it. Because the question of who we are is actually kind of interesting in this game. Because there is the POV jumping here, where we went from being Kaede to Shuichi. And then there's also the opening was really weird too. Right? Because we had that opening where Kaede basically steps out of the locker and is like, oh, hello, I'm Kaede, I'm the protagonist. Come with me, player. Or, I don't think she literally said come with me, player, but like, there's that whole scene, which is really weird, because it's, the whole opening of this game is weird. Like, there's all these little things that sort of create distance between the POV character and the player, which weren't present in previous games. Or the POV, or you and the POV character. Yeah, that's what I said. Ooh, 800. Finally, we got 7s. Okay, so now we'd only need to fish 5 times. Well, 6, technically. The whole game is weird. Well, I mean, yeah. Danganronpa games are kind of weird sometimes. But like that in particular of drawing attention to the idea that the POV character and player are distinct entities. Whereas like one could argue in the previous games, like, yeah, that was to an extent technically a thing because you have the segments where you break from POV. But drawing attention to it is weird. It implies something. I don't know what it implies, but it implies something.
It's getting interesting.
Okay, more bonus games. Yeah, we're almost to 10,000. Imagine what if we get up to the store and I actually misread it and it was just 1,000 the whole time. Or, even worse, I misread it and it was like 100,000 the whole time. That'd be bad. What am I trying to hit? Well, I'm trying to hit the one item in the shop that has the text that says like, ooh, this might like trigger an event later. That way I for sure have it whenever the events that it triggers occurs. Because I'm sick of missing events in these games. And so when I've got the power to do something about it, I will. Okay, but it's like costs 10,000 bucks. Alright, we got blue, we got green. There we go. Got red. We got green. Now that's a red, right? Yeah. Blue. Green. Red. That's a blue. Red. Blue. We got a green. We got a red. Verde. Azul. Verde. Azul. Rojo. Rouge. was gonna say, it seems like the game broke. Okay. Just a couple more. A couple more times, then we got our 10,000. I just realized, so this is themed around getting salmon, and Monokuma's a bear. Which actually makes a lot of sense. That is so weird, by the way. Like, one of the like main hunters of salmon is grizzly bears. Like, what the heck? Like, I kind of feel like the salmon did something wrong, to be honest. Like, imagine if, like... What's that conversation like? Of like, oh, what's your apex predator? Fish? Oh, it's a land mammal? What the heck happened? How? Okay, they must be, like, amazing at swimming to be able to catch you guys in the water. Oh, no, they just stand there and you literally jump into their mouths? Why? How stupid are you? And why do you do this, exactly? Oh, because you can't get, like, turned on outside of the place you were born? Okay, weirdos. Like, it's really kind of bad when you think about it. And it's impressive that they can jump up waterfalls. I'll give them that much, sure. I do think, though, like... There's gotta be a better way. There's gotta be a better way. Well, I mean, not to be, like, over, like, dismissive and crass and whatnot. Like, I know why they, like, go back to the original, like, spawning zones to mate, because it's, like... Isn't it a thing to do with, like, they... Well, because basically, they swim upstream to where there's, like, less, like, predators and stuff, so they can grow up in a safer environment, and then, once they're large enough, they, like, venture out into, like, the river proper, right? Basically. Once they're big and strong. It's like, I get that, but, like, also... If it involves jumping up waterfalls into the mouths of wading grizzly bears, I kind of feel like there's a deep flaw in the strategy. Kind of missed any blues there. For some reason my, like, reveal the things isn't working properly. Okay. Is there a way to lose this game? Like, honest question, asking for a friend. Okay, at least one more of this. Oh, you have limited real usage. Huh. Oh, interesting. I guess I don't normally need... Okay. I was thinking it was broken because I've never run into that problem before. Turns out I'm just built different. And never have had to use it to that extent. Ooh. How exactly is this a casino game? Like, it's pure skill. I feel cheated. By not being cheated. Like, I came to the casino to lose money, not gain money. What the heck? Okay. One more time gets us over 10,000. Here we go. This round's not going very well. Getting tired. Honestly, if ever I deserve to lose, it was now. But I doubt that's gonna happen. Because I just don't believe you can lose this game. Okay, we did it. We crossed 10,000. Finally. And more than 10,000 casino coins. Apparently that was an achievement too. Now we're level 25. Okay, well then. Now we exchange these coins for prizes. And by prizes, I mean... the Key of Love. Something good might happen if you keep it. 10,000, that's ridiculous. Way too expensive. Oh, what else? Looks like a lot of people came back just in time. We're done at the casino, guys! Oh, jeez. Okay, let's get out of here. Stop feeding that gambling addiction. Think that gives you access to level photo? I mean, likely, yes. I'm just interested in the fact that it unlocks an event. Are you saying I should try to enter the Love Hotel now? I guess that makes some degree of sense. I did just gamble for like an hour to try to get the key. No, don't go in there. In all caps. Why? Like monsters or something? I thought we were like and I guess I'll trust that extremely emphatic no.